everyone, Miss Jean here. We have a fun mini season for you, a 4-part mini adventure series called Real Treasure. Today, Mr. Simon and Gadget are out on a trail and they're enjoying a cool morning hike in Discovery Mountain. And they're just about to meet an old friend who has a special surprise for the students at Discovery Mountain Academy. Let's join Mr. Simon and Gadget now and be sure to listen for the faith exercise in our episode today called Caught in the Act.
Well, Gadget, we picked a great day to go for a hike, didn't we? Fresh air, sunshine, mountain peaks, and... Oh, look, Gadget, there's a deer. Oh, the deer spotted us. Look at her run. She's so swift and graceful. I know you'd like to chase her, boy, but you'd better stay with me.
Would it be a beautiful morning?
Gadget, are my ears deceiving me, or could that be?
No, Lord, it don't get any better than this. Yee-haw!
It is. Come on, Gadget. I think our old friend may be on the trail just ahead. McGee, is that you?
In the flesh. Well, George Simon, fancy meeting you here.
Clarence McGee, what brings you to this neck of the woods?
Well, George, I'll tell you. A few weeks ago, I hatched an idea about how I could help those students at Discovery Mountain Academy.
Oh?
Yep. Some of them kids have families that have a hard time making ends meet.
Well, I'm sure that's true.
So I want to help them out with their education expenses. And make it fun, too.
Well, McGee, that sounds interesting. What's your plan?
Time for show and tell, if you got the time.
Sure. I don't see why not. Cyrus is minding trekkers this morning, so just lead the way. Come on, Gadget.
All right, follow me this way.
So we're going off trail.
Gotta make it challenging as well as fun.
Well, this all sounds intriguing.
See, I've been leaving clues here and there all over this mountain.
Clues?
Yep, I threw in a few GPS clues, but mostly there's riddles to figure out. It's a treasure hunt, McGee style. Yee-haw!
A McGee treasure hunt.
Yep, and we're almost to the treasure site. See those reddish rocks up yonder?
Yes, that's an unusual rock formation. Looks kind of like an eagle's head at the top.
Yeah, I figure with an outcropping like that, I could find my way back here if I need to.
Good thinking. It's definitely a unique spot.
Now watch your step here. It's kind of rough with loose boulders.
Hey, thanks for the warning.
Look, there's a scooped out place in this here rock wall, kind of a cavern. Follow me inside.
Boy, it's sure dark in here after being in the bright...
Hey, stop, thief!
What? What's happening? Jeanette, is that you?
Yes?
Well, now, Missy, that happens to be my treasure box you're holding in your hands. Looks like you've got some splaining to do.
Mr. McGee, I know this looks bad, but I can explain.
Well, I'm listening.
Just...
Hey, how'd you know where the treasure was anyways? I was the only one to know its whereabouts.
Well, I had to file some important papers in your safe at the hotel, and I just happened to see the map.
Stole it, you mean? Jeanette Jones, ain't that the map sticking out of your pocket?
It's just a photocopy.
Ha! That proves it.
Now, McGee, let's hear Jeanette out.
You call yourself Madam Manager? All you're trying to do is steal my loot.
Well, I never...
Now, McGee, simmer down.
Yeah, all right. You're just lucky George is here to referee. Start talking.
Thank you, George. Well, you may not believe this, but I wanted to add something to the treasure box.
Add something? Nah, you were pulling my leg.
Now, what did you want to add, Jeanette?
Well, this.
Oh, look, McGee. These are real pearls. Big ones, too. And a gold pocket watch. That looks valuable.
It is. Very valuable. It belonged to my great-great-uncle.
Well, That's certainly generous of you, Jeanette. Isn't it, McGee?
Mr. McGee, I think that what you're doing for the Academy students is magnificent. I just wanted to help.
Well, all right, Jeanette. I see your intentions were good. I'm sorry I accused you.
Thank you.
You shouldn't have come here and put yourself in temptation's way.
Why? What do you mean, McGee?
You like the finer things in life, don't you?
Oh, I do. I was born for luxury.
You see, that makes you tempted by pricey things. You have a weakness for them. And you were just about to open a whole box of them alone, with no one watching.
I think McGee has a point, Jeanette.
What? You mean you still don't think I'm trustworthy?
No, don't mean that at all. But it's right there in the Lord's Prayer.
McGee, are you referring to the part that says, "Do not lead us into temptation"?
Yep, that's the one.
I've said that prayer before.
That's good. So, since you've asked God to help you avoid temptation, then you should do your part by staying away from situations where you might be tempted.
I've had occasions where I've had to do that myself.
Same here. You see, we all have weaknesses, but it's a lot easier to resist temptation if you don't put yourself right next to it.
Oh, I never thought of it that way, but I see that you're right.
Okay, now gather round. I'm gonna crack open this here box.
Oh, my.
Ooh, are those real gold coins?
You betcha. Several dozen of my best ones. Some of them are nigh 200 years old.
Oh, how stunning.
And I see you've included some diamonds. And are those rubies?
Yep, threw in a handful of gems from my personal collection.
May I hold one?
Will I get it back?
Of course.
Just kidding, Jeanette. Now hold out your hand.
Ooh, this ruby is beautiful. It's all sparkly. And what a deep red color.
Are you sure one student can handle all this? Riches are quite a responsibility, you know.
I know it, George, but there's rules to this here treasure hunt. First off, the students need to hunt in groups.
Well, that could help.
We're gonna close her up now. Drop that ruby right here, Jeanette, and those pearls and watch you're wanting to add.
All right. Here they are.
Good. Now she's all latched up, right back where I put her. So, what do you think, George? Do you think the students will like all this?
Like it? No. They'll love it.
Yeah, it's a treasure hunt, McGee style. Yee-haw!
Well, I think Madam Manager just learned something really valuable, don't you? In Matthew 6:13, part of the Lord's Prayer, Jesus taught his disciples to pray, saying this, "Do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one." And just like McGee pointed out, we all have weaknesses. Only God can give us the power to overcome temptation. But we can do our part and avoid being in places or situations where we might be tempted to do wrong. Well, do you think the Academy students are going to enjoy McGee's surprise? Join us next time as the search for the treasure begins, and we'll find out. I'm Miss Jean, and you've been listening to a mini adventure in Discovery Mountain, where the air is clear enough to hear your imagination, and where every day is an exercise in faith. Visit us at discoverymountain.com to send us a message and listen to full episodes on demand. Discovery Mountain is a production of The Voice of Prophecy. Caught in the Act was written by Lori Lyon.